Light and dark, the adventures of Dark Yagami. Epilogue 1. Who is Watari? Sorry it took so long, but this bit is long too, so it all works out okay in the end. It's so long that I had to make it in 2 parts, like Deadly Halos or Breaking Dawn. OMG, Bella is a vampy. Except this will be even better than Harry Potter and Twilight put together, because it will have 3 parts, because I can't explain everything otherwise. It will be super long, so get a cup of tea or coffee or hot choc and hot water and sit in a big armchair with a fire and a raven and some shit like that and enjoy. In England, it was the past. Watari, he was the Britishy dude, remember? He had guns and a helicopter in the future, but it's not the future yet, so hold your horses, sheesh! Was a lad. British for kid. And he was walking all over the place because the car was not invented yet. The Queen went past in a huge coach with wheels made of diamond and horses made of robot parts and doors that were actually peeps she paid to stand in the door hole and block the wind, which was full of rain and snow and sleet and hail and all that wet stuff. The wheels hit a puddle and went sploosh, and brown stinky water went everywhere and hit Watari and got him all wet. Gore blimey, that is the ruddy last straw! He bellowed, jumping on his hat. I'm so sounding angry now! This day could not get any blast founded worse! But the Queen heard him! She pushed the door open, by which I mean she pushed the door dude off and he fell in the puddle and went sploosh and also made Watari even wetter. Watari Bumblesnoot the Third! Ian, does Watari have a last name? If not, I will make it Bumblesnoot. She roared, smacking him upside the head with her big royal stick. You should have more respect to your own mother. You're not my mom, okay? Watari screamed so loud that even dudes in the future could hear him. God, I wish you'd never adopted me. When I'm older, I will make my revenging and the whole awesome world will fear the name Watari Bumblesnoot. The Queen slapped him again and he fell in the puddle and got all wet. She rode away on the wet muddy road, splattering all the peeps who stopped to bow to her. Watari walked away, mumbling British swear words like git and duffa and douchebag as loud as he could. Then there was a spat behind him. He looked over, and there was a book onto the floor. What the heck does that mean? I hope it's not a book that kills dudes whose names are written in it. Semicolon bracket, semicolon bracket, semicolon bracket. Meanwhile, in Japan! Nothing was happening right now, but in future Japan! A guy was in his apartment watching animes. His whole apartment was made of candy, and there was more candy in the fridge and a Mountain Dew. Even though I am the smartest dude in America, the guy said, I am glad that I am not a detective, because that means I can watch my animes in peace. He laughed as a guy blasted another guy with magic powers. Yes, it is a good thing that all crime was wiped out 1,000 years ago by that mysterious ancient Kira that legend talks of. There was a knock on the door. The dude realized he was naked and super fat because all he did was watch TV and eat sugar, and there were bees in the walls making honey, so if he ate a wall they just made it again from honey. He put a t-shirt and some jeans and karate chopped his way to the door. He has to karate chop to get all the bees out of the way. At the door was an old man with glasses and a mustache. He walked in and got bit by all the bees, so he had to start karate chopping. They didn't stop karate chopping, so just remember that they are karate chopping for all of the rest of the scene, okay? Konnichiwa, the not naked dude said in Japanish. It means hello. Yo, the mustache man karate chopped. I need you to help me fight crime! But there is no such thing as crime, Ikademasu, the fat dude said, mounting up his washing machine. It was also made of candy, so it melted if you put water in it, so it was useless for anything other than eating. There will be, my cleverly chum, there will be! And with that, he vanished! The sweet dude was shocked and ate his whole apartment to make sure that mustache dude wasn't hiding, but he was gone! In the 90s! It was the 90s in America. Everyone was watching Friends and listening to Nirvana and Backseat Boys on records and driving motorbikes and wearing leather jackets everywhere and being all slick and watching films like Ghostbusters and Lord of the Rings. There was no such thing as the internet yet, so peeps had to download stuff from their TV instead. A time machine appeared and stopped in the middle of the road. A car crashed into it and smashed through and ended up in the past. In the past, we will learn more about the time machine in the future, but now it's the past again, soz dudes. God blimey, that is the second ruddy last straw. Watari bellowed again, jumping on his hat again. I'm so sounding angry now again. This day could not get any blast sounded worse again. Then the car landed and hit the pedal and splashed him again. Doc Brown. He has the same name as the white hair guy from Back to the Future, and he looks like him, but it's not him, it was just a coincidence. Got out. Little did he know his car had just been turned into a time car. Great Scott, he said, because he was in Scotland. Get it? Sorry, you can have my car to make up for it, he said, giving Watari the keys. Watari looked at the guy, but he was too busy reading his book to see him. There was nothing written in it, but he was reading it anyway just to make sure. Then he saw the cover. It said, "The human whose name is written in this book will die." Ruddy what? Watari bellowed. His shout was even louder this time and he became a man. I am so sounding angry that I want to blast and kill you. Tell me, good sir, what is your blood-mating name? I am Doc Brown, the guy said, and Watari written the book with a feather because it was the past, and the guy died. I see it works, Watari panted, stealing the dude's car and getting the keys. Now to become Ancient Kira! Back in the 90s! What the bothering fiddlesticks was that? Samantha, who was now called Light's mom because she was Light's mom. She had 3 happy babies, Light, Dark, and Night, who were all happy, but their diapers were stinky. I do not know, my loved wife, Soichiro. Really dark, remember? But he doesn't, because blood wiped his brain. But this is a nice place. Let's live here. So they bought a house with all Soichiro's police money and settled down, and Soichiro got a job as a policeman, and Light's mom won baking competitions and got millions of dollars. Then, one day, the doorbell said, ding dong! And they opened it to find a man with a mustache. What do you want? Soichiro spat in the guy's face because he was dead angry because he had been sexting with Samantha and she was the sexiest, not lesbian woman on the planet. Samantha knew the dude was watery, but she could not tell Soichiro because of the brain bomb. Goodest of days to you, mine finest of stars. He British up so hard that all the grass in the garden went into a British flag and the birds started signing God Save the Queen. I am the headmaster of a shiny new boarding school in the area and I want your 3 lads to become my apprentices. Oh, sorry, dude, Soichiro said, mashing a towel into Watery's face to mop away the spit. Yes, that sounds like a good idea. What are your monies? £100 a year! British money. I can't afford that, Soichiro said back sadly. I used to spend all my cash on this house. Well, and who is your stupidest kid? Light, Soichiro said straight away. He is a thick dude and tried to marry the TV this one time and another time he drew his face on the toilet and called it Fart Yagami. That is mega sudden daft! Ian, British for stupid. Watery screeched back. We don't want him because he would just stink up the place. Okay, I can send the other 2. Excellent, Mr. Burns. There is just condition. Anything, Light's mom gasped. She had never seen Watery when he was this young, and he was an incredibly handsome dude without his super aginess. She wrote his name down in her sex note, which wasn't a real sex note, but just a book of dudes to have sex with. Until now, it had just one name in it, Dark Yagami, which she had to cross out and write Soichiro instead. You have to not tell Light, just in case he becomes evil or something. Will do, Soichiro saluted like a police dude. Come along, kiddies. He gave Dark and Night to Watery, who grabbed them and stuffed them in a box named Boring Stuff, Do Not X-Ray. Where are Dark and Night going, Daddy? Light was still a baby-ass trying to punch himself in the mirror. To a magic school, son. Is it Hogwarts, Dad? Soichiro looked at Watery. Is your school Hogwarts? It's not fucking Hogwarts! He screeched back. Man, I don't care then, Light said and started biting the mirror in case it was a mirror vampire. They went to airport. The airport men were suspicious because a strange boy who spoke old-timey had said that there would be an old man with some kiddies and he was evil! Are you the evil man? They asked Watery. They didn't know it was him because it was the 90s and he wasn't old yet, so he fooled them. No, my garden, Bennett, Watery said back. Are there kids in your box? All the security dudes said at the same time because they all had the same idea and it smelled of babies. No, it's a chest of befouled nappies. Ian, British for diapers. They all said ooh and decided not to look in because diapers were gross. The plane went whoosh in the air and then whoosh down again at Wales International Airport. They got out and Watery went to his house. There were a bunch of kids there and here's the deets. Mellow! He was eating chocolate and he sometimes put on a dress and called himself Lady Gaga and he was world famous as the best signer who ever sang a song about poker faces and his papa who is called Ratsy because he was actually a rat with a human brain. Chaos! He had a bunch of robot girlfriends who were all called Karen and Katasha and Chloe and Kim and all that, like the Kardashians, because one day they would get super famous for something and be on TV or something. He owned Ratsy and this meant Mello was his slave. Samantha! She would grow up to be Light's mom, but right now she was just a kid and she solved really hard math puzzles like E equals Mc2 and Sudoku and Pythagoras. Cool dude! At the moment he was called Uncool Dude because he had spots and didn't know how to spell cool yet and kept writing uncool instead. Matt! Because it was the 90s, he was playing Pokemon Red on his Genesis and got a high score and caught Mewtwo. Near! Everyone hated him, so he was tied in the corner and gagged and kept trying to shout, but all he said was Beyond birthday! It was never his birthday, so he was sad. Roger! He was not a kid, but he was the caretaker, and all he said was, I hate children all the time, laughed like an evil man, and didn't give them some more at mealtimes, and did creepy things with his dog. See the other story, I forget which, for the deeds. Welcome to your new home, they all sang like happy birthday. Except Birthday, who cried at the birthday, and Near, who sung Very interesting, Dark said, making his eyes look all evil. Now, what will happen next? Find out soon! Discover how Dark became Kira and why everyone hates Near and the strange origons of Watery Bumblesnoot. The Death Note universe has never been this real! If you forgot who these dudes were, check out my Twitter, Real Dark Yagami, which explains it all. Then read it again, because it's so good! There was no such thing as the internet yet, so peeps had to download stuff from their TV instead. Sure. That was how stuff worked in the 90s. I totally remember that.